Hey everybody, welcome back into the video. So, Hogwarts Legacy, as you know, is coming out in a couple weeks. And as you all know, the talk around this game is mostly the controversy and the outrage surrounding it because of the author, because of the IP itself, and the author who has expressed, her anti-transphobic views, so you can see where this is going. Where, these big check marks are trying to, make people feel guilty about buying a video game, but before we kind of get into that, I want to make something abundantly clear. I condemn your views, and if you support the game, awesome, Halo Gaming supports you. If you're against buying the game, hey, Halo Gaming 08 supports you too. I don't give a crap, it's your money, you can do whatever the hell you want. But the fact that these people... And also, I condemn reviews, like I said before, so... But let me say my piece, because these people that are crying about this game, trying to get it boycotted and whatnot, it really pisses me off. But, anyway, as for the boycott itself, for these freaking journalists that are crying about it, same thing with people on freaking Twitter that are crying about this. I hate to tell you, the game is going to be a monster success. At least in terms of sales anyway. Now quality-wise, we'll see, but based on everything we've seen, the game looks really ambitious and it looks outright incredible. So, the amount of detail to the world and everything, like how the combat works, how the open world is, it's massive, really huge. How you can just fly around on your broomsticks and all that. Amazing. Like, that's incredible, but anyway, as you can see here, the game is topping, the Steam charts right now in terms of sales, so obviously people are very hyped for the game regardless. And, like the casual community, they probably don't really give a damn, or the mainstream. It's mostly like people on the internet, whatnot, especially a website like Twitter, whatnot. Man, that website is wild, man. Like, especially now that, Mr. Musk has taken over, but that's a whole different thing, though, I don't want to get into. But anyway, for these, blue check marks, I gotta ask, did you all know that the developers most likely don't even support her views at all? Also, I guarantee that they're against her views because, as you can see here, Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy will have transgender character creation options. And I believe they showed this in game footage too, I remember. I think it was like voice, voice sound, I think even like outright body too as well. So clearly, they're making this game for everybody. Whether it's race, trans, straight, you kind of get the whole thing. You get the whole nine. So why the hell is this game getting so much outrage? I don't freaking get it. But anyway, and also for the people that are kind of tweeting about this, saying trying to get the game canceled or whatnot and boycott it, what have you, trying to get to it people for buying the game. Let me ask you, what devices are you using? Your little cell phone or your computer or PC or tablet, whatever. I know tablets are still kind of a thing, but they're not as big as they were, but about 10 years ago. But you get where I'm coming from. You get what I'm saying here. Let me give you a 5 seconds to answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, you didn't answer. Oh wait, that's right, because you would expose yourselves as fucking hypocrites. As because y'all motherfuckers are tweeting from devices that are being used in that are made in Chinese factories where they're known to abuse their workers. As a report from 2018 has shown, nightmare conditions at Chinese factories where Hasbro and Disney toys are made. An investigation in Chinese toy factories has alleged that companies in major supply chains are mistreating their workers. Serious violation of a poor claim. Violations include poor pay, forced overtime, and unsafe workers. So, again, let me ask, what device are you using? Oh, that's right, you didn't have an answer before, and you don't have an answer again. That's right, because y'all know it will expose yourselves as fucking hypocrites. I'm fully self-aware. Like, I'm well aware of the fact that my phone that I have, a Galaxy S22, was probably manufactured in a factory in China where workers are abused. See, I'm self-aware. I keep that same energy, okay? Because I think worker conditions need to be improved. Full stop. Period. End of discussion. I don't give a shit what people say, okay? But you see, these motherfuckers want a virtue signal for pointless freaking clout on Twitter. Like, really? And I guarantee the same people that are doing this probably have skeletons of their own that they don't want to admit. I double guarantee it. And second of all, and like I literally showed, they literally have transgender options for character creation in the game itself. And another thing, I really doubt Rowling is going to gain money from every single copy of the game. Second of all, she probably got royalties from licensing fees when they concepted the fucking game. Okay, really, I am so sick and tired because there's other games out there where they got controversy for bullshit from the SJWs. Let's name a couple examples, shall we? Dead Rising 4 came out in 2016 for the Xbox One and PC. Microsoft sent out emails to promote the game where they had because you know that's what zombies typically would do. You know, people would say, "Oh my God, racist slur." You know, this is so ridiculous. Let me be offended by it. And Microsoft, of course, had to come out and apologize for the email. You know, because Microsoft was saying, put out a statement saying they apologize for possibly offending anybody because people look to be offended by fucking everything. Let's see. Next up, let's go on to Red Dead Redemption 2, where a host on the Young Turks, where she tried to insinuate that the developers of, at Rockstar, who made Red Dead Redemption 2, were subliminally racist because the box art for the game did not feature a black man. And finally, let's go to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with Mr. Game & Watch, where he had a little animation that was a reference to an old Game Boy Watch game back in the 80s and 90s, where it was a animation of a Indian, and I guess Native Americans got pissed off about that, and they cried on Twitter, and Nintendo actually saying that Nintendo kept the game, they're racist and whatnot, and Nintendo had to come out with a statement and apologize and remove the animation from the final version of the game when it released on December 7th, 2018. You see a common pattern with those three? All three examples have really gotten, controversy because SJWs on Twitter want to be freaking pissed off at everything. And let me ask you all a question. Say you succeed and this boycott works, which boycotts never fucking work. I mean, you could ask the Pokemon community on that one, mind you. But anyway, let me ask you a question. Does it help with healthcare in the States? Does it help stop the mass shootings in the United States? Do we win with that? Because Hogwarts Legacy, failed to garner much sales. Are those problems resolved? Let's also not forget the Ukraine versus Russia war. Is the war over? Did Russia stop their attacks on Ukraine because people didn't buy Hogwarts Legacy? Or how about when Biden bombed Syria? Did he change his mind and not do it because people aren't going to buy Hogwarts Legacy? Or how about they were thinking of increasing the minimum pay salary to $15 an hour. Did they do that? As far as I know, nope. So were any of those problems resolved? Oh wait, they aren't. But you're so worried about frivolous shit, like freaking video games. Unreal. Let me tell you all a little story that came out a very long time ago, where there was an employee who worked at insurance company, where his daughter needed surgery to survive because she had a really rare case of cancer, and they had the surgery canceled, but it had to, scheduled, but it had to be canceled, and he lost his job because he didn't file his time in properly or whatnot. So they basically just looked for any excuse to get rid of him because they didn't want to pay for her surgery. And ever heard of insurance called Corpora, where they full known, sent to him his, papers for it 90 days late, knowing his daughter would have been gone by now because they didn't want to pay for the surgery. It just amazes me that that people don't, lose their shit over stuff like that, but they'll lose their freaking shit over a fucking video game. Unreal. Because the insurance company did not want to pay for a surgery. But they want to throw a freaking shit fit over things in video games, so politics in video games where it doesn't fucking exist. And here's the thing, because like it's possible to separate the creator from the art that they created. Heck, I like some of Chris Benoit's matches. As you all know, I'm a wrestling fan. For those who follow me on Twitter or know me in real life, I'm a pro wrestling fan, and I could separate the talent that Chris Benoit had in his matches from the horrible things that he did to his family. You know, back in the day. Unreal. How about you all, to the people that are crying about that, how about you making youth wrestlers to grow some balls and a backbone? There's way more important shit to be worried about than a freaking video game. Grow up. I am sick and tired of it. Like, our society as a whole, man, it is really, really fucked up. Where we're worried about frivolous shit than worrying about more important shit, like I mentioned, like all those examples I just given. Unreal. This is insane. I'm losing my mind because, like, the amount of shit I've seen from the controversy surrounding this game for over the past 3 freaking years. And I guarantee you, these journalists that are crying about the game, they don't want to cover it and whatnot, I guarantee you, when it's time for them to review the game, they will not, even if the game is a freaking masterpiece, they're not going to give it the credit that's deserved because of J.K. Rowling's views, because they want to shove politics into fucking everything instead of doing their job properly, excuse me. My god, man. My head hurts from this shit, man. And it's only going to get worse as the game is almost out finally. Man, I do not envy the developers at all. Oh, let's not forget, they actually got a developer to quit because of some controversy saying that he had a YouTube channel where he was supporting like Gamergate, you know, that whole thing. Or there was something about that. I can't remember what it was, but this was a couple years ago, so my memory doesn't serve me correctly right now. I would have to look into that, you know, more. But you gotta get the whole idea. But wow, I think it's only a matter of time where it reaches the mainstream media with this game. You know, you'll see like CBS or whatnot covering this and everything else. You know, New York Times, everything else, this and that. You know, wow. Like I said, I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better with this game. So, but yeah, fuck them. I don't give a shit anymore. If you want to try to cancel me, I dare you, cause it's not gonna freaking work. I'm not gonna apologize to you motherfuckers that want to get offended by everything. You can kiss my ass. I'm playing this game no matter what. I don't care. If you want to call me a transphobe, try me. I'll rip your asshole a new one. I guarantee it. I dare you to, because this is freaking ridiculous. Grow some balls and actually learn to not be offended by everything, especially over fucking video games. Okay, I'm done. I think I got everything out of my system on that, but anyway, if you're all picking up Hogwarts Legacy, what else you gonna go for it? And if you're not gonna pick up the game, what's your reason? Because whether it's, you know, because you support, and you know, trans, which I do too, but I can look past that and still be excited for a video game. Because I don't get offended by everything, and plus it's not really kind of hard to offend me about something. But that's just me though. I'm not one to get triggered like a lot of people on the internet are, because they want to look for everything to be offended by. But whatever. Anyway, if you're not gonna get the game, I'm curious. What's your reason for it? You know, if it's like logical reason, you know, whatnot, I could totally understand. So if you're a trans and you don't want to support her views, I totally get it. Trust me, I totally understand it because J.K. Rowling's views are horrible. But anyway, if you like this video, hit the like button. Really appreciate it. Comment down below, and consider hitting that sub button so you don't miss any more videos. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Till then, have a good one.